Welcome in, everyone. Today, we're diving into an explainer of a plant that somehow flawlessly bridges the gap between ancient mythology, deep spiritual devotion, and, believe it or not, incredibly practical everyday wellness. We've got a lot of fascinating ground to cover, so let's just jump right into the story of the Parijat.
So, let's kick things off with a bit of a botanical mystery, shall we? What kind of flower blooms exclusively at night, only to willingly scatter its own petals all over the ground by morning? Think about that for a second. Most flowers absolutely cling to their stems, right? They're desperate to soak up the morning sun. But not this one. It's this fascinating, almost poetic botanical trait that completely defies what we usually expect from nature.
And the answer to that little mystery is the Parijat, famously known as the Queen of the Night.
Now, you might be wondering, why on earth does a flower choose the pitch black to reveal its beauty? It's a question that has literally captivated people for centuries, and it gives this plant an almost magical kind of aura. Picture this in your mind. You have these pristine, brilliant white petals, and they're sitting right on top of these incredibly vibrant, deeply colored saffron stems. That pure white against that rich orange-red, it creates a visual masterpiece that totally comes alive under the moonlight.
And that striking nighttime display is exactly how it earned its nickname. It's called the Queen of the Night precisely because it thrives in the dark, and then completely lets go by dawn. Honestly, a flower that drops its own petals by morning, it's kind of the ultimate low-maintenance plant, right? But jokes aside, there really is this beautiful contradiction here. It's a flower that is so revered, so breathtaking, yet it actively chooses to surrender itself to the earth rather than stay proudly up on the branch all day. It's totally unique in the botanical world.
And that graceful surrender leads us right into its sacred connections as an ultimate symbol of faith and purity.
Because, you see, this botanical behavior isn't just some random quirk of nature, it actually carries immense cultural weight. According to our source material, the Parijat is incredibly highly esteemed in Hindu traditions. It's specifically offered to Lord Krishna and goddess Parvati. Just think about the heavy symbolic meaning that carries. Because of that divine connection, it stands as this powerful symbol of love, deep devotion, absolute peace, and unmatched purity. It's quite literally considered a flower dear to the gods themselves.
But okay, what does that mean for you and me right now? Well, bringing this plant into your space translates those big spiritual concepts into your everyday life. Keeping a Parijat plant is said to cultivate positive energy, happiness, and deep prosperity right inside your home. So it's not just a plant you look at, it's considered an active participant in transforming your own personal sanctuary into a place of peace.
Now, let's pivot a bit to its healing properties, specifically its medicinal benefits in Ayurveda.
This is where the ancient mythology is beautifully matched by highly tangible, everyday utility. The Parijat isn't just spiritually purifying, it's biologically potent. In Ayurveda, its leaves and flowers are packed with medicinal properties used to treat fever, ease joint pain, and actively boost your immunity. And if you take those flowers and brew them into a tea, the source specifically highlights that for stress relief and promoting really good sleep. It's basically a head-to-toe healing approach.
It's literally an actionable, step-by-step journey from flower to mental wellness. Step 1, you just brew the Parijat flower tea. Step 2, its natural compounds go straight to work to actively reduce your daily tension. And Step 3, that drop in stress naturally paves the way for deeply restorative sleep. It is a super clear path to both physical and mental relaxation, all from this one extraordinary plant.
So, to summarize its holistic impact, the Parijat is essentially doing two massive things simultaneously. It purifies the atmosphere around you, and it completely calms the mind within you. It's working on your external environment and your internal biology at the exact same time. Honestly, it is so rare to find a botanical element that bridges the gap between our physical spaces and our mental states quite like this.
Which brings us to our ultimate takeaway, recognizing this plant as a true divine gift of nature.
We've talked about the botanical awe, the deep spiritual respect, and the very real practical utility. To tie it all together, the source text leaves us with this really powerful sentiment. Parijat is not just a plant, but a divine gift of nature. And that just perfectly summarizes everything we've unpacked today. It's a living, breathing synthesis of beauty, faith, and healing. A gorgeous reminder of just how much nature provides for us when we actually pay attention.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final, provocative thought to chew on. Do you have this kind of positive energy in your home? After learning all about the Parijat, its moonlight blooms, its sacred history, its profound ability to heal the body and calm the mind, it definitely makes you want to bring a little bit of that holistic power into your own life, doesn't it? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep exploring the incredible world around you.